In this video, we're going to learn how to draw Lewis structures using the MoveElectrons method. What you have to do is draw each atom and put them in the order that they would go. The center is the O, and then you would draw the right number of electrons around all of them. So we have to add up the electrons first. So 2 times 1 for hydrogen plus 6, that makes 8 electrons that you're going to draw for this structure. So you're going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you're all set. So that one's done. Let's do carbon dioxide. Carbon is going to be 4, and then you're going to have 2 6s. So 12 plus 4 is 16 electrons. And you're going to draw the C in the middle. You're going to draw an O here. You're going to draw an O here. Okay, you're going to make a single bond there and a single bond there. And then that's 2, 4. So I'm going to have 12 more electrons to draw. So I'm going to go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So I drew a total of 16 electrons. Now in terms of the octet rule, for every atom having 8, O has 8, O has 8, but this C does not have 8. So that's not going to be good. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to take this and you're just going to make it turn into a bond. So if you turn that into a bond, now the O over here on the left is going to have a double bond with the C. I'll put that in the green. And then it still has this pair and this pair, and that's going to be stable. But even that is not going to help this C to have 8. This C still needs another 2. So these can also become a bond as well. So this C now has another bond on the right for a double. And then now the O on the right only has 2 pairs to itself. And here's your final drawing. So we're not really erasing and getting rid of electrons like we did in the erase electron method. This is simply just moving the electrons down without erasing anything because we already started with the right number of electrons. Oops. Okay, let's go to the last one here, which is SO3. So we're going to count the electrons. 6 is sulfur plus 3 times oxygen. 3 times 6, 18 plus 6 is 24 electrons. So we have 24 electrons with which to work. We're going to put our S in the middle. We're going to put an O right here. We're going to put an O right here. We're going to put an O right here. Now, we know that sulfur has 6 electrons, so it can go single bonds there for the beginning. And this is going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll write 6 there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's just make sure we have the right number of electrons. So 24 is what we have total. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. We have 24 electrons drawn. And that's how many we're allowed. However, we don't really have a full octet for the sulfur. Oxygen has an octet. This oxygen has an octet with 8. This has 8 as well. But this does not have 8. So we're going to need to get the sulfur to have 8. So this oxygen can actually just donate that pair to become a bond. And so when you're finally done with this, you're going to have S with a single bond O and a single bond O. And this is going to be a double bond O because that O allowed this to become a bond. So now we have 8 for everything. And this also has what we call resonance, where resonance is you can draw the same structure but move the bonds around. So instead of double bond on the right, you could have double bonded on the left, or you could have double bonded on the top. So this has a total of 3 resonance structures as well.